What do you think?
Welcome to Brothers Weekly Wrap number 15. This week we come to you after an away trip down to Tully.
You're here with Magic Mike on the top dial. Yes, we're cruising here with the boys here, kicking back the A grade, the Rezzies and the under 18s. We're heading off to Tully here this afternoon. It's a big, clear, nice day here as we're sitting back. Yeah, we're listening to the boys here from the Warren G. You can't be any geek off the street. This is how we roll.
A very wet Tully. We've had a fair bit of rain up here in the far north over the last couple of weeks, and Tully being one of the wettest places in Australia has certainly been no exception. So we travelled down there. It was quite an enjoyable day of footy actually. I can't remember the last time myself personally played in such sort of conditions. The field was a complete quagmire by the time A grade took the field, and it really did feel like we turned the clock back to when we were kids running around in the bog down there. The day got off to a pretty good start. Our under 18s, they're continuing to go strength from strength. They took on Tully, who were prior to that game flying high at the top of the ladder. The boys went down and produced a really gritty effort to get the chocolates, and just continue to show the promise that under 18 side has. So Bobby Bagnoni, the super coach as he's been dubbed recently, he's doing some fantastic work with the under 18s, and his assistant Paulie Callaghan as well. They're really starting to get the best out of those boys, and a few of those guys, they're really sticking their hand up and getting a few minutes playing in reserve grade too, which has been fantastic to see for their development. And when they do drop back to the under 18s, they really do take back some experience and a harder edge to the way they play their footy. That combines with, they're very fortunate they had Jaden Gill drop back. Gilly's been playing the last few weeks with A grade over the last few weeks, and doing a very admirable job as well. But for Gilly's development, and just to save him burning out a little, we thought it was best if he dropped back to the under 18s for a little bit, and he certainly went back with the right intentions and had a wow of a game for those guys. So again, congratulations to the under 18s. Reserve grade, unfortunately went down. They built up a little bit of a lead early, and as has been the case for a few games recently, just a couple of errors allowed the opposition some position and possession, and unfortunately this time when the game was in the balance, the ledger went the other way, and they unfortunately come up a touch short. Bondi was pretty happy, all things considered. He knows that he wasn't beaten by the better side. I guess it was a side, the reserve grade boys, where it was a case where they actually beat themselves to a great extent, but full credit to Tully. They took their opportunities when they presented, and they made the most to get a good little home win for them.
Half-time score of the reserve grade game: Cairns Brothers 10, Hotel Tully Tigers 0. Great try there, number 3, Keaton Bowen.
In the A grade game, I guess it was a really pleasing effort. We went down 30 points to 20. Tully scored in the last couple of minutes and kicked from the sideline to extend that lead. I thought 24-20 at the time was a pretty reasonable scoreline that summed up the game. It was a real ding-dong sort of battle, especially considering the conditions, the field conditions, the weather conditions. Both teams performed remarkably well. Both teams completed it close to 80%, and in those conditions, that's a fantastic effort. The two forward packs just met each other through the middle of the field all day. They got forward, they whacked each other, they carried the ball hard, and no quarter was given. It was fantastic to watch. It was a fantastic effort from both packs, and both sets of forwards should really be commended for the efforts they put in that day. We had a couple of admirable performers through the middle. Chris O'Farrell and Robbie Swain, two of the older guys and more experienced lads that we've got in the Brothers side, both got through a amount of work, clocking up I think 37 tackles with their time on the field, and that included some time on the bench for both of those guys as well. So their work rate was ridiculously high, as was Matty Bond, who again, as with each week, is one of our best performers. He's really gone from strength to strength this year, and he's certainly got plenty of potential if he continues on his current curve. And it was great to see on the weekend, welcome back the old warhorse, Jimmy McIntosh. He certainly provides a bit of mongrel into the middle of the park. He's the old stater, he knows exactly what's required to get the result, and by taking a few guys under his wing, he'll be a fantastic mentor for our younger forwards as well. I have to give some credit to Eddie Daniel as well. His kicking game was back on the weekend, which was great to see. Eddie's got one of the best kicking games I've seen, very accurate, and although he'd been a little bit off song over the last few weeks, his defence has been outstanding. The game against Tully, he brought his kicking game back into vogue, so that was fantastic to see as well. A couple of uncharacteristic errors from the outside backs. Probably just one misread and two missed tackles led to Tully's tries. So in that regard, it was pretty pleasing. If we take those couple of tries out of the equation, then I think we put ourselves one in front, and we'll take a lot of confidence out of the game to go down to Tully, to play Tully and inform Tully in Tully, and to come so close to getting away with the win was really pleasing for myself, and hopefully it continues to build the confidence within our playing group. Our attention this week will turn to Mossman. We'll have Mossman at Stan Williams Park in all four grades. So C grade get their run again this week, as will the 18 reserve grade, A grade. So it's a big day of footy down at Stan Williams Park against the Sharkies, and it's a day of retribution hopefully for us. Our 18s, reserve grade and A grade all travelled up to Mossman Showgrounds earlier in the year and had our pants pulled out, so we'll be looking to return the favour and get ourselves back on the front foot, and hopefully the 18s continue their winning ways, and both reserve grade, A grade get back into the winners' circle. So we'll go win. Not quite at full strength, but we're starting to get there. I'm telling a few guys that we're probably in a good position at the moment. Our young guys who have been inexperienced through the front end of the year they're starting to gain that valuable experience, and we've got a couple of old heads coming back in as well, with the likes of Jimmy McIntosh with his second run for us. Adam Kelly's been enormous in a couple of games he's been back, and as I mentioned before, Robbie Swain's been going fantastic as well. So through the middle of the park, if we can continue to aim up and we can sort a couple of things on our edges, I think it's going to be happy days for us this Sunday, but it's certainly not going to help without us earning the right in the first parts of the game. So looking forward to this weekend, looking forward to getting a couple of wins, hopefully, fingers crossed, and until next week, up the fish.